All right, hi guys, how you doing? It's Dave here, and
Ori, Cripple Ori.
we've had a little bit of a change this week to Ori.
Yeah.
We're turning into a robot, but just slowly.
Slowly but surely. Yeah.
All right, so we're up to season 3, episode 3 of the Cabin podcast, and we've got 2 guests on the casting couch this week. If you guys want to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Kelly. I'm the PSR here at the cabin.
And I'm Kseah, and I'm the apprentice.
All right. So we're going to we'll start off with Kel. So this first segment is going to be mainly about Kel. We're going to move over to Kseah then, and then Kseah's going to hang for the meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
You like hanging for meat and potatoes?
Yes. Favourite pastime.
All right. So do you want to start off?
Yeah, I think we start off just with the normal question. So normal question first off is, do tattoos hurt?
Yes.
But we're talking piercings.
Yeah, but
Do
I
piercings
wanna know.
hurt?
Do piercings hurt? Do tattoos hurt? Do either of them tickle?
It all hurts. If you want it bad enough, though, I guess you'll put up with it.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I still cry. I faint at blood tests. I am, a big girl. So yeah, to me they hurt, definitely.
Yeah.
What's a good kind of thing for people to get ready for a piercing? What do you suggest?
I always, if you're going to get ready for something, one, come in with an open mind. That's definitely something that I always recommend.
Did you say an open wine?
Yeah, I thought you said an open wine. I was
Open
like,
mind,
all right.
but if you want to
can do
bring
that.
open wine, I will also accept open wine. Totally fine.
Just don't drink it first.
Just don't drink it first. I always say come in with an open mind. Sometimes you can come in wanting something that is just not viable. It's not going to work for you. It's my job. That's what I'm trained to do.
Yeah.
So I always just kind of, if you're coming in and you kind of want something up here, come in with an open mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the start of your process for someone getting a piercing is very, very important. Like, I've watched it with every person that comes in, and you do the anatomy check.
Yep.
Which I think is awesome. Like, you don't just stick things in people and let them go home.
No.
Like, that's yeah. So what would you say that
That's the normal casting couch, but not this.
Oh no.
It's PG.
How would you describe your process? Just a short version
Yep.
of your steps of a normal piercing day.
General kind of like walking through steps with appointment with me is kind of come in, get you signed in, obviously all of the paperwork side to be done. First thing we do is an anatomy check to make sure that there's certain spots that are going to take a piercing, that are going to heal, that's going to be easy enough for the client to heal. Once we've figured out kind of where we're going, that's when we get to do the fun thing and look at all the jewellery.
There's a lot of shinies.
So many shinies.
Stare at them all day, every
human
day.
equivalent of a magpie. And then once we kind of have a look at jewellery, sizing, things like that, because all those things come into play as well, if the jewellery is actually going to fit on you and all that kind of stuff. Once we're happy with all of that, we will get it into the steriliser, get you all set up in the room, and pretty much I just work with your breathing. That's it. I work with your breathing. I try to not be mean and make it hurt.
No. Yeah.
But it's still going to hurt, but I try to not make it terrible.
Yeah, comfortable experience.
Comfortable
as
experience
comfortable as it can.
in an uncomfortable situation. So, yeah.
And you have a lot of experience with customers because, like, how long have you been piercing for?
13 years this year. Actually, so it'll be coming up on 14 years next year.
Holy moly.
Yeah, so just a little while.
So that's a lot of years.
Just a little while.
Yeah.
I feel old.
And speaking of that, you've got a little announcement this week for a new little body.
Yes, so I actually just took on my first apprentice.
Yeah.
I'm petrified. Yeah. I'm super excited and she's going to be great, but I am a little bit scared, so.
Understandable.
Yeah, but I think she'll do great.
Yeah, she seems super nice.
Yeah.
So we'll have her she'll do a bit of a trial here, and then we'll have her on the podcast. So
Yeah. Throw us straight in the deep
end.
end.
Right. Interview time.
Round
two.
So what would be your biggest challenge?
In regards to piercing itself?
Yeah, the piercing, the industry.
Yep.
Everything.
Honestly, challenge-wise is obviously I put myself in competition with myself a lot.
Yeah. Which is a healthy thing for us as
In what we do.
tattooers and as piercers. Piercing now has become a massive art form compared to what it was.
Yeah, there's actually creativity in it now.
Yeah, and I think that's what you're bringing to this shop, let alone the industry as a whole.
Yeah, it's we can dress things up and dress them down, and like back in the day you could have a ball or a spike. That was
that's right.
pretty much all you had to choose from, and now we're like, you can have opals, you can have Swarovskis, you can have gold, you can have whatever you want really. And so the challenges that I'm finding at the moment is probably more against myself than anything else.
Yep.
I want to be the best piercer that I can be, and I want to do beautiful work, so I feel like I kind of set myself really high standards each time, and I actually probably make my job harder for me.
Yeah, but I think that's a healthy thing, and I think you said it the right way. You want to be the best piercer you can be.
Yes.
Which I think is such a healthy thing, rather than the best piercer there is, or
Yeah, no, I just want to be the best one I can be.
Yep, and I think that's
Personal growth.
I think that's really
rather
good.
than that competition with other people. No pettiness. It's all.
Yeah, and
it's all
the
for
thing
yourself.
piercing is so much fun. There's so much we can do now. And I think, like being the best piercer you can actually be, I tend to make things a little bit harder for myself, whether it be with anatomy and choosing spots and things like that, because I do actually want to push myself and create something beautiful kind of thing that's not just like, oh, I got a hole.
Yeah.
So probably just me, just me in general. I make my whole life hard. Pretty much.
Fair.
Yeah.
Well, on the flip side of that, what do you enjoy the most out of both being in the piercing industry and also being at this shop? Like, what would you say is the greatest points?
We have really, really cool clients in here.
We do, don't we?
I'm really stoked with my clientele in here. I'm so lucky. I think, probably the people that I've got to meet in here, definitely up there.
And that's just on a quick side thing. That's a reason why I really wanted to do this podcast, was like our clientele are really good, and what we're putting out here is different to the norm.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what the podcast is about as well. So that kind of nails in.
Yeah. They get to know us a little bit more. We get to know them. Like, I have a lot of clients that I'm on a personal kind of level with and stuff like that, and I wouldn't change it for the world. But I think my absolute favorite part is right at the end when they look in the mirror for the first time and you realize that you didn't screw up and they actually like what you did, and that's probably my favorite part, because at least then I'm not anxious. I know that they're happy and they left with a smile on their face. So
do you have a favorite piercing to do?
Conches. At the moment I'm conch obsessed.
That's the little doot in the ear bit, right?
It's this bit.
Oh yeah,
in
the wiggly
here.
bit.
The
wiggly bit.
Yes. So give me all of those.
All the conch.
All of the conches,
Everyone
please.
conch kel.
Yes, and all of the daiths. I'm doing a daith thing at the moment too, where
yeah.
I'm really digging the daith things, and daiths don't cure migraines. I just have to add that in there because I get that all the time, and not a medical cure, beautiful piercing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so give me all of those, please.
Cool.
Yeah.
Who's the biggest baby to pierce out of all the staff?
Do you really want me to answer that, Ariana?
I know the answer to that one.
Do you really want me to answer that one?
All right, so we'll finish off this short interview with Kel, and if you guys keep watching, we're going to roughly about every 6 weeks we'll rotate most of the people. So Kel will be back on, and we'll kind of catch up with some more. But so with the new apprentice, there's also some new news as well.
Yeah, so we are moving up in the world a little bit. So most of my clients who are watching this would know that I work out of my little room at the front. We are now moving into a bigger space. It's the room at the back, so I will actually have a little bit more playroom and stuff like that.
It's about double the size.
Yeah, it's going to make such a difference, and I'm so excited. And I will actually be able to walk the whole way around my bed.
Yeah.
I'm thrilled.
Ah, yeah.
Yes, I'm so excited. So yeah, I feel like I'm adulting and doing the career thing.
Yeah.
So,
awesome.
no, beautiful.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging back after work with us, and
That's okay. Thanks for having me.
we'll see Kel again in a few weeks, and we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. So we're back. We've got Kseah. She sat pretty quietly through Kel's bit there, but
Now a spotlight's
Kel had
on
to
you.
take off and get home to her little child. Well, not so little child, but a child anyway.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll start off. So Kseah's the apprentice here, and as of yesterday, we put her on the floor basically. So everything up to now was just some freebie jobs and learning on us and whatever. But as of yesterday, she takes paying clients only, and you can start feeding yourself.
Yeah.
Full-blown tattoo artist. Yeah.
So I guess first question is favourite part of... Actually, this is a bit of a double question. Favourite part of being an artist and an apprentice. So separating the two as in... Because you did really nice art before your apprenticeship, and obviously that's now going to grow. But what's your favourite part of being an artist and then of being an apprentice?
Favorite part of being an artist would be that there's always something to learn. Like you can sort of create whatever you like, and you're never going to be like the best of the best. So there's always tips and things that you can apply to your own work. And best part of being an apprentice would be to see your own designs like on someone forever, and that someone loves them so much that they want them on their body. So yeah.
Yeah, whereas because I've been in it for so long, that to me, I still love it, but that
The novelty.
the novelty's
novelty
worn
is
off
worn off,
a bit for me. It's like now I'm just trying to make sure that person gets exactly what they want, my version of blah blah blah. But just listening to you say that is kind of takes me back to when I started, and you're like, I did that bit.
Yeah.
I drew that, and then they're gonna keep it forever.
You want it on you forever?
I feel like that would be so cool because I'm like right at the other end of the spectrum where I don't get to do that, and seeing you like create your own designs and put it on people, I'm like, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Yeah.
So how long have you been in the shop for?
I started earlier this year.
Yeah.
Before the
And-
COVID lockdown.
Yeah. I started
so
tattooing.
you had a bit of a funny kind of start. Rough start to life. So what did you do? You did about 2-3 months.
Something like that. Yeah.
And then COVID kicked in, so we were kind of like, go
Got
and
locked
chill
down.
for a bit.
Yeah.
And we couldn't really do anything.
Yeah, well, you weren't allowed to go anywhere.
We weren't allowed to go anywhere.
That, so.
When it was first announced, I remember saying to you, we'll work out for you to come, because I'm sure this won't last long.
Yeah.
And you should be able to come over and I'll be able to teach us and still keep the learning going, and we just couldn't do it.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Everything was dead.
So-
Everything was locked down.
But then since you've come back though, it's just been mental. hey?
Crazy. Yeah. So crazy.
And people definitely have like a really big interest in your work. Like you've already got some customers who's coming back and looking into your style.
Yeah.
And it's really awesome to see.
Yeah.
How would you describe your style?
I feel like I don't really fall into a category at the moment. Like I've just been sort of drawing whatever inspires me at the time. So
Do you have a goal? Like, is there anything that you're more leaning towards, or any kind of style that you prefer tattooing just yet?
yeah, I do like illustrative sort of style, like black work and even like neo-trad sort of.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely not leaning towards one thing at the moment, but I'm sure
And I
that'll
think-
come.
Options open.
As a experienced veteran artist, I think that's a good thing as well. Like, eventually having a style anyway will be good, but not having it set at the start, I think is a healthy thing,
Yeah.
because you will start tattooing and some things will be easier, some things will be harder, and you might like easier or you might actually like harder. Where I'm at in my career, like when you get an easy tattoo, that's great, but when you get something that is quite difficult and the line work's difficult, I find that as long as I'm not stuffed and had a massive week, I find that better.
Like a welcome challenge.
Yeah, because it's like,
Yeah.
cool, all right, I've got to really put everything into this one, and
Yeah, yeah.
you know, so. But
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Do you have any inspirations other than amazing artists that are here?
I follow so many people on Instagram, it's not funny. At the moment, I've just bought heaps of artworks actually. I really like the artist Adrian Hing. I bought a couple of his pieces. Miss Quartz I don't know their real names, I just know the Instagram names. Miss
Their
Quartz
stage
from
names.
yeah, stage names. Miss Quartz from Melbourne.
Which I asked you that question today, didn't I?
Yeah,
Because we did the announcement on our Facebook, and I'm like, do you want a stage name or do you just want yours? And yours is
I was
weird
like,
enough.
mine
anyway.
kind of is a stage name anyway.
Yeah.
What's your stage name?
No, I mean like just because I've got like a weird name.
A
Yeah.
unique name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lady named Abby who owns a shop in Melbourne as well. And then the artist that I'm going to go see next week, Miss Orange in Little Tokyo. I really like her work as well. Yeah.
Cool.
Whole
There's
heap
a
of
few people.
Yeah.
There's a couple of people.
Yeah.
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 So what's your kind of favourite? This shop has, and we keep pushing this in the in the podcast here, but the shop has a really good vibe. What's your kind of favourite part of the shop and the vibe and that
Yeah.
kind of stuff? What do you?
I like that it's like a really relaxed atmosphere, like even in stressful situations, like I feel comfortable, like we all joke around with each other, like it's like you're in a shop with all your mates essentially.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
It's actually really weird because we have been so busy. We've got 8 artists now, and so the mornings, because we've got the coffee shop as well, you got the mornings of 8 artists getting their clients in. You've got all the coffee people, trying to separate everyone because of COVID, but it's still laid back.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how we do that, but I think
It just
that's
works.
really cool.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah, it just
there's a
works.
natural flow to the shop, I think.
Yeah.
It's really nice. Everyone kind of just picks a spot and just chills out
Yeah.
in the spot. It's very
I
homely.
guess the shop's big enough too. That's
Yeah.
probably you
Yeah.
know, the
Yeah.
actual physical size
Yeah.
is big enough for us to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
What would you say to other apprentices or new apprentices just starting, or what would your advice be from what you have learnt so far?
Don't be afraid to reach out to other artists, even just on Instagram, like for advice. Like I found that especially in this shop, like I can go to any of the artists here and like they're more than happy to like
Give you all
Yeah.
the knowledge they
yeah,
can. Yeah.
give me all the knowledge that they can give and advice as well. Like, yeah, if I ever see someone's work that I like on Instagram, I'll always message them and be like, oh, how'd you do that? Do you mind me asking? Blah, blah. And like 9 times out of 10, like they're happy to help you along. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that's good. I didn't even know
awesome.
you kind of did that.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll leave it at that one for you at the moment. But Kseah is going to stay on for the meat and potatoes. So we're going on to music this week, aren't we?
Yeah.
Because as
Yeah.
you guys know, or if you don't know as well, we have the recording studio and a full stage here. We've just put on someone as a booking agent as well here at the cabin. So if you guys watching our musos and do want to come and play, you can hit us up now. But the music part of the cabin is about to really kick up to the next level.
Yeah.
All right, so let's kick off into this segment.
yep.
Alrighty guys, so for our meat and potatoes section today, we're going to be talking about music and just the general vibe of the shop and how the music affects that. So we're going to be chatting about the kind of genres that we play in the shop and why we've picked that. And yeah, so Dave, what would you describe the vibe of the shop like?
So I've kind of I've always wandered around the blues and roots genre, which is absolutely massive. So, you know, blues and roots even went out to punk and even as far as like hardcore and stuff like that, because it all came from that blues genre anyway.
Yeah.
So using blues progressions, So all of that kind of stuff is tied. So Blues and Roots is quite big.
It's very emotive, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it is.
It does. It like brings out the emotion that it wants you to feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess we're very different to other shops as well because we've got the cafe attached.
Yeah, yeah.
And our cafe is full of families, older people, like a normal cafe in most towns. We're kind of the same, but we're very kind of left of centre so we do get some kind of cool people in here.
We do. We get heaps alternative people.
Heaps
not
alternative
just,
people, so
yeah.
which is great.
Nice.
But so the music's got to kind of fit the two. Wearing a cattle decapitation shirt, but I'm also into 20s jazz, 40s kind of rhythm and blues, 50s rockabilly. But we generally don't kind of smash out cattle decapitation during the day, and so basically what we want is a really chilled vibe, and what we were talking about before, like you were saying, it's just so chill here.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it's to do with the music.
Yeah, sure.
It's very easy listening, but also unique.
Yeah. And there's just so much variety. Like, if you stick to one genre, like there are shops that play a lot of metal, and metal's very big as well, but not compared to Blues and Roots. There's literally
Yeah, you can sort of accommodate to everyone that
everything.
comes in.
Yeah. But on saying that, we do try and keep it pretty alternative. So things that are mainstream, we don't generally go to.
No, not very often.
Yeah,
No, we like to keep it different and be stand out a little bit, and not just play like the usual stuff that you'd hear in every other cafe,
That's right,
or
yeah.
just like rap or hip hop that you'd hear in every other tattoo studio.
Yeah.
Like it is very different. It's very unique, and it's very distinctively the cabin, which
Yep.
is really cool.
Yeah, that's right. And that kind of comes down to you had written down like the psychology of the music, and that comes down to it. Not like I'm trying to play with people's psyche. Yeah. Get a tattoo.
Yeah.
But
It's only if you play the songs backwards.
Yeah, I was going to
You
say
get
that
a
Simpsons
tattoo.
episode. Yeah. Join the Navy.
No, it is really cool. It is
But
very
yeah,
cool.
like we kind of stick to that very wide formula, but people know, like, oh, that sounds like the cabin.
Yeah.
When we first started, we've got a cabin playlist, and I was sharing that on our Facebook. It's on Spotify. I think you can still look it up. So it's still obviously there, the cabin playlist. But I'll share that again. We might update it a bit and kind of shows what we play, and I think that's cool. Like when I was sharing that and updating it, people loving it. Like feels like I'm in the cabin at home.
Yeah.
Which is kind of
That'd be cool.
It's good. How did you feel when you started working here? Like I know that I used to listen to like Murder Folk is one of the playlists, or like Punk Folk I think it's called, and I used to listen to it before I even started working here. And when I came into the shop, I was like, oh my god, this is my home.
Yeah.
Like, how did you feel when you started working here and you heard all the songs that is not usually on the radio?
Yeah, I really liked it. Like, it's a bit different from what I usually listen to, but having said that, there's still lots of artists that I do listen to that we play. Because it is so diverse. Like I love Johnny Cash, and I've always loved the music here. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you listen to yourself? Don't embarrass yourself.
Yeah, I'm like,
Hilltop Woods.
I like Violent Soho and like Queens of the Stone Age. I like so many different artists. It's hard to.
So more along the rock side.
Yeah,
I guess,
more rock. I'd say rock would probably be my main genre that I listen to.
We've been looking into the guy that does all their video clips has a YouTube channel. And so this is Violent Soho.
Oh, yeah.
So they're Australian band. He's really cool, really knowledgeable kind of guy, and hangs out with those guys, and all their videos are done by this
awesome.
one guy. And he's been
Cool.
really cool.
Nice.
Mm.
A little bit of celeb
Yeah.
action.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so genre-wise, like, we also go out to kind of ska and reggae.
Oh yeah, we're getting
You know.
some. Is it soul? Is that
Yeah, I've been
like where
playing.
we've been playing some more of that
Yeah,
as
some
well,
real kind
and-
of 50s, 60s soul. So they call it Northern Soul. And yeah, there's just some really, really cool stuff.
Yeah.
And then we've got Indy that started that's doing the bookings, and she's totally into what we do as well, like music-wise. So
Yeah.
I've given her some
Some free reign.
some
Yeah, I
playing
love the
rights.
music
Yeah.
that Indie plays as well.
Yeah.
She's got really cool taste in
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
So we kind of, we both, how many? I'd be 15 years older than her, maybe more. Yeah, but
She's
anyway, so we both grew up on very similar music though. That real 77 style punk. So Sex Pistols, Clash, even Misfits a couple of years later, but the Misfits, the Damned, which is really cool. All of those bands kind of started other massive movements as well.
And they're
but
just really cool. They're really cool.
yeah.
Whereas like I grew up on Whitney Houston and Tom Jones, and I can't play that.
And here I am.
Tom Jones is alright.
So, what is the plans for future events, future music events here at the cabin?
Alright, so been working with Indy, that say any of you guys that aren't from overseas that do come here and that kind of stuff. Indy's working the counter. She's also taking on some of the booking roles, as we said earlier in this podcast. But so we're really starting to get some cool kind of old school bands. We've got Huckleberry coming up soon, which is kind of bluegrassy, blues over to kind of jazz stuff. But what we're starting to push, we've been setting up live streams. So we've done a couple of live streams out of here, but it was literally really good audio with I had good cameras, but we just didn't have a way to stream that. So now we've got a way to stream that quite professionally.
It's really exciting.
So
Very exciting.
that'll be our next thing, is live streaming some of the gigs, because of COVID our numbers are down. I think I've got to do the exact measurements, but I think we're at about 30 for the gigs. People have to be sat down, but we're going to look at doing gigs inside with the 30 live streamed. It's going to be streamed to out the front, and then we're going to have seating in the car park, and then that
wow.
will be streamed online too. So you guys watching from overseas, I was looking at our stats for this podcast as well, and a lot of our numbers are from America.
Oh wow, that's really cool.
So yeah,
Hello, America.
so yeah, hello over there. Good luck with this election.
Yeah.
Go Biden.
Yeah, so you guys over there will be able to watch that, but yeah, so some big things happening.
That's really cool news. I didn't know about that. I'm so freaking
Yeah,
geeked.
that's awesome.
Yeah, so we've been lots of plans in the work, and Jackson behind the camera here and the audio that you guys can't see at the moment. He's really kind of having to step up and do all the cool stuff, all the
Making it
gadgety
happen.
stuff. Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Awesome.
All right, so that'll lead us into our next segment. Sorry, what's our next segment called?
What the is this sound? Yeah.
Right.
That's
Cool.
it. What the is this sound?
That's pretty high budget entrance, I think.
All right, so we've got three things to test out this week. So the idea behind this segment is a little bit tongue in cheek, a little bit professional, but showing you guys some of the stuff we've got. Is the amp in frame?
This will be a fun bit to keep in if it is.
Or
We've got a Gretsch, a Gretsch,
A Gretsch.
and a Supro.
Ooh.
All right, so we're going to start off. We're going to ask the girls some questions even before we make any sound. What do you think?
It's black guitar.
Is it pretty?
It's from Mean Girls, isn't it?
Oh, I thought you were asking me what it was. I'm like,
Isn't
black
it?
guitar.
It's Gretchen Wiener. Isn't that from Mean Girls?
It is.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's Gretch.
So this is actually a signature guitar of a band called Tiger Army that we play at the shop.
Oh,
Hmm.
that's really cool.
So we
I
play
love the
Tiger Army a bit.
bats. There's all
Yeah,
the
so
little
we got-
bats.
Little tiger and with bat wings,
Yeah.
and then
Would you say there's an army of tigers on there?
there is. There's a little. If you look up here,
Nice.
Yeah,
There's
I like
little-
that. You can see the
little
shiny
bats.
guys.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
so that's telling me how to play it.
It's like Guitar Hero, like you said
Yeah.
before. Buttons pressed.
Second bat,
Yeah.
second bat.
Do they light up?
They
should
don't light up.
Whammy, extra points.
All right. So what do you think of? We got Jackson's
I don't know what it is.
Gretsch.
It's just Gretsch. I don't know what the model is. It is.
It's one of the newer
Yeah.
Boy.
2020 release.
Little boy.
Little bar. It's a Laurel something.
Okay, I really like it, whatever it is.
I like that it matches your outfit.
Oh yeah, my
Yeah.
monotone outfit.
Yeah,
'cause
it's
I put
cute.
Spilt burrito on my other shirt. That
Yeah,
yeah. Thank you.
Don't
No,
lie, you
Welcome.
put it on just because it
Just because.
suited the guitar.
Yeah, I like to match my
Yeah.
All right.
guitars.
And we got the Supro Blues King. So what do you guys think that looks like?
A suitcase. It does. It looks like a suitcase with knobbly bits.
Yeah.
It's cute.
So we got
Soft.
all valve 112, very 40s, 50s inspired amp.
I think it's 16L6,
16L6 is it?
and then a single 12AX7.
Does
as
it
well.
sound like 16L6 to you?
Yeah, I was going to say it sounds heaps like a 16L6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I second that.
All right. So we're just gonna play a few riffs through, pass it over to someone that can play guitar a lot better than I can.
That's no.
All right. How would you describe the sound?
Very cool.
Yeah.
This is very cool.
You
Yeah.
wear sunglasses
Very
and shit.
Yeah.
Like you're walking into an old school nightclub.
I don't think they were called
Yeah.
nightclubs.
They're just
What
called-
a music place.
A speakeasy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, from my point of view, this is a little a birthday present from my family. These two.
Cute.
So it's my birthday Friday. It was
Yeah,
your
2 days.
birthday today.
Oh yeah, it's
Happy
my
birthday.
today.
Oh, Ari
I keep
birthday.
forgetting about that.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Go on.
I don't know the rest of the words. I'm sorry.
So with this music stuff, I'm going to be doing a bit more kind of solo stuff. And I always did solo acoustic guitar, but I'm going to be doing some... So we've got a solo album that we've been putting together for
A long while.
since COVID. Yeah. So this is kind of the sound I'm going to go with. And the look, the nice black and white kind of trim,
cool.
and they match. And yeah.
Yeah.
So sound-wise, I'm loving the little... we were looking at an AC15 as well, a Vox AC15 and a Blues Breaker. Fender
Bass
Blues-
breaker.
Bass Breaker.
Blues breakers are Marshall.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, yep. And those amps were absolutely awesome. A lot bigger, but we decided to go the little guy just because it actually has. So 112s can be very boxy. can't
Yeah.
they? And boxy in a bad way. Some can, you know.
Depends.
And I found this kind of like a boxy kind of sounding amp, but in such a cool old kind of 50s
Yeah,
sound.
it's like old tweed sort
Yeah.
of thing, which
Yeah.
I really like. Yeah, it's like a 112 version of like maybe like a it's bigger than a Champ or like but something like that, like an
Yeah.
old. It's fucking cool. I really dig it, man.
Give the little guy a chance.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I like it. The bass breaker had a what is it, a V type in it,
Yeah.
which are not my favorite speakers.
Nah, I think that's what let it down.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
What does this have?
It's just a Supro thing. Apparently, it's based on the vintage magnetic coils of the 50s and such.
Yeah. Is that what you're into? The vintage magnetic coils?
Yeah, I was gonna say very vintage magnetic coils vibe from
Yeah.
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 All right. Do you want to?
Yeah. Stand by. Thank you. Yeah, it's cool. I'm notoriously shit. I said this before, at playing guitars that I haven't played before. I'm a very habitual guitar. I am. I don't even know what.
Yeah, that's trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start again.
I think
Do
these
it better.
I think these are 10s. I don't know. I like 10s. But yeah, no, it's also, I really like. As far as guitar sounds go, real simple like this, P90 and a Portron. That's what I like, I think. I know, what do you reckon?
Yeah.
What do you guys reckon? Does it sound cool?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Does it sound different to Dave's guitar?
Higher.
Higher?
Yeah, I don't know if that's a word you would use to describe it, but it doesn't sound as like.
Yeah, that one sounds more like rough.
Rumbly.
Like, bing.
Yeah.
Whereas that
Yeah.
one like.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's perfect.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why
I'm
we
sure
got you
that's
guys.
the technical term for
It
it
is,
as
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
so-
That's right.
Let's try middle.
It sounds more beachy.
Pardon?
It sounds beachy. Like you could
Yeah.
play that at a
Beachy.
beach house. Yeah.
Which would be very much what this guitar
looks-
is
yeah, it looks-
inspired by, like
Surf.
a bit
sort of
surfy, kind of
Yeah.
that real 60s vibe.
Yeah, like you'd
There
play
you
that
go.
one at like a tiki bar.
Yeah.
And that one at like in a garage band.
Garage band. We're cool, we wear
Yeah.
leather. I got 7 pairs of sunglasses. Could you do me a favor, Kseah?
Yeah.
See the switch what says gain on it on the left?
Yeah.
Can you flick that? It's got a fuzz circuit in it, which we didn't explore. If you like Super Fuzz.
And now he's all grown up.
I wonder if it does
Now
smash.
he just joined a 60s garage
Yeah.
band.
That's not what it's for. It's more like. I played that lick a lot. Sorry.
No, that's it. All right,
that
so
last
we'll
bit out.
wrap that up. Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up. So I think we'll wrap that up. But so guys booking into the studios, guys and gals, all this gear is here to use. So feel free to come and try it out and record some sessions with it. But yeah, that was just a quick tongue-in-cheek kind of review of the two guitars and the new Supro amp. All right, we'll close
That's all.
this week's podcast. So thanks for watching. Make sure you for YouTube share, like, and subscribe. And I don't know what you're doing.
Leave a comment
Like,
down below.
subscribe.
Leave-
Smash that subscribe button. Hit the bell, I think, or something.
Yeah.
Fuck. You know what to do.
and if you don't like it, hit the dislike twice.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone dislike this video right now.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
See ya.